Hey guys, what's up? Today we got a window regulator that went bad on a 04 Focus. They're real common because they got the cable type system, which is more prone to breakage. Since it is so common and it's important to have your window up, I will do a repair video on how to change it out for you so you guys have it. This one, as you can see, has been taken apart by the customer already, and they gave up and they brought it to us. So I'm going to show you how to take the door panel off first. That's first thing. Alright, you got some T20 bolts on the door panel here. Let's see if I can do this. And there's one down here. Light kind of helps. There's a bunch of them. One right here. And they're all the same size, so don't worry. Just look along the bottom side of the door, you'll see them all. And then there's even two of them on the side here by the door jamb. On this one, it's a ZX3, so you have the big long front doors, wide front doors, what you want to call them. This one had 8 screws in it, holding in that door panel trim in or along the edges. On a sedan, should be at least 1 or 2 less. In the handle, you got a little cover for the screw for the handle. Then behind that is another T20 screw. Alright, next you're going to want to put a flathead screwdriver or a cat claw like this right behind there. Watch out for the door skin, and then you just pull out like that. And then you could take your hand up here and loosen all this without using that claw again. Undo the wires for the window switch here so you can move the trim piece out of the way. Get that out of there. And then you can slide it forward like that, and then you can unclip the door lock one, and that's right here. Then under the door handle here is one hole. Use a pick or a flat blade screwdriver. Pop it like that, and then you could take it by hand. Alright, there's a screw there and a screw there, which they've lost, but there is 2. And it's a 1/4 inch. After that, we need to pull this trim piece off for the switch. Retains right there. Pull the connector for the mirror so we can get this trim piece out of the way. After that, it should just pop out, and then you gotta lift up. Alright, it's gonna have this side bolster foam here on it. You want to pull that off and put it to the side. Alright, pull a door speaker off so you can get more access. There are 4 6mm screws. One note: when you're pulling after you get the door panel off and you go to pull the water shield off, be careful, it's foam and it's got a lot of glue on it. You want that to be back in place as much as possible when you're done. It does keep moisture and water from blowing through there, and air and all that stuff. This guy that took it up before me, the customer, already destroyed it. So through our speaker hole here, we can access one of the brackets that clamp to the glass. And then over here, there's one there too. They're 10mm bolts. Take those out till it's loose, so you can separate the clamp from the glass. And then we're going to put the glass up and out of the way. Next thing you want to do is the electrical connector for the motor, the window motor. way it works is you pull back on it, and then you pull up. Here's a tang right here. You pull back on that, and then it'll free it. You can get it out of the way. It's an odd connector release mechanism compared to the other Ford connectors. Okay, once the glass is up, you're free to just start unbolting that regulator. There's one here. These are 8mm. There's one here. This glass down. One last bolt here that holds the motor up. It's right next to the motor there. Total of 5 of those little 8mm bolts. Now you can just work it out of there, lay it down. It's a back and forth operation here. Should be easier coming out because it's coming out in pieces. One thing to note while it's all empty in here is to get out all the little rocks or bolts or pieces of the old regulator that broke off, because every time you close the door it's going to rattle and it's going to drive you nuts. So get all these little pieces out now. Make sure there's no bolts in there, stuff like that. Alright, while everything's out of there, you want to clean the glass where you'll see the witness marks both sides where it clamps on the glass, the regulator does. With some glass cleaner and a rag, both sides. Except there's little rocks and debris in there. Actually, when you clamp that glass down, you can shatter the glass. Not likely, but it does happen. So where it's clamping, make sure it's extra clean. Alright, this is how the new one comes, all pre-assembled, and motor and everything. Has the retainer right there for the cables to hold them. This is the way to go. It's all done up and all new. So I got it in there. You just go through this opening right here and lay it down, kind of the same way it comes out. And it's a little tricky, but you just got to keep moving it around to keep clearing different points inside the door skin here. And put those 5 bolts back in. Connector back on there until it clicks like that. Now it's time to let that tape off of there and let the glass down slowly, straight down, and then kind of force it back this way and down. The window regulators are already set at the right height for the access holes. Make sure it's fully seated in that rubber clip right there, the pad for the actual clamp, and then we can torque these down and try it out before we put the door back on. Next, connect your window switches up temporarily, and then have your key on, and let's try it out. Make sure there's no noises or binding or creaking. Make sure it doesn't bind when it starts getting, let's say, right about here. If the window's cocked in there, it's going to start binding in the window channel, window run, right here. Sounds real good and smooth. Let's put that door panel back on. Now that we have verified the window operation, no noises, no binding, it's time to put it back together, and it goes back together the same way you took it apart, and there's no other special instructions at this point, now that it's fully together and working properly as far as the window regulator goes. So another successful repair, nice and quiet, be good for the customer. So also leave comments down below if you want me to talk clearer, talk louder, do a certain repair video, and I will try to accommodate you, if not answer questions. And I like to help out. So until next time, this is for Tech Make You Loco signing off.